Hello, Atlanta. How you guys doing? I know we just say it's about time we go sleep, right? No, 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 no. It's the money time, so we need to wake up. Everybody awake? There you go. Now, my name is Hankin, Diamond Master from North Carolina. Thank you, North Carolina. Don't forget Georgia and Florida. I'm here, standing up here, after doing about 2.5 years of Atomy, standing as a Diamond Master. And it's a great honor to be standing up here talking to you about our lovely, the best compensation plan ever you can find in any network marketing. So let's talk about why is it better? Why is it better than anybody else? If you've done any network marketing, we always talk about money, right? How much you gotta pay to join? How much do you have to pay to get that starter kit? How much you pay for your website fees, your monthly requirements, and all that money part? We don't pay none of those. That's why we are good. Second, no obligation whatsoever. No automatic shipping. No more buy any products every month to make your money. It's not something that you have to use it every day. That's the only obligation you have. Only thing that you require, the company requires, buy one product per year to keep your membership alive. It doesn't matter you box of Him or Him for $145, or you box of vitamin C for $19. It doesn't matter. As long as it's one product for me, you're good to go. Third best thing, the unlimited levels and unlimited accumulation of PV. PV standing for point value. This we're gonna get into it with the best concept in our company is one global ID. If you've done any other network marketing company, you know, if you want to run a business in a different country, guess what? You have to get a different membership for that country. In our company, if you have one membership that you got when you join, that is it for you. That's all you need. It doesn't matter you do it in the business here in the United States or go back to Korea, go to Thailand. They're about to open up next month. Woohoo, Thailand. Yeah? Because right now, we have 10 different countries that Atomy is in. Plus, Thailand is going to open up next month. So now we're talking 11 different countries that you can do business with. Plus, you can sign up people from Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Argentina also as a consumers. So think about all these assets or people or different races that is here in the United States. We're talking about a melting pot here. We're talking about American dreams, right? We live in America. When I came to the United States about 27 years ago, I had a dream. But while I'm doing that, I lost that dream because I find it hard to live as an immigrant to make a success in a country. Yes, I have a decent job right now. Actually, I work for the government. I'm a federal employee. But I have to work for them for 25 years or plus for me to retire. Then I'll be 65 or 67. Yes, I know, I look like 35. I only got about a couple years left. But I do not want to retire at 65. I want to retire at 45 when I can enjoy my life with my kid and my wife. And this company can actually give you that. How is it going to give that to you? Because we have an absolute price and absolute quality of our product. When you have an absolute quality and absolute price of a product, people will keep on buying the products. They're going to keep on reordering the products from either from you or online. When they do that, all through the 11 different countries, you are going to make a residual income. Think about, we live in the United States. Right now, it's a daytime. But think about the Southeast Asia, the Philippines, Korea, Japan. It's nighttime. I have members in there. So that means I'm working, they're sleeping, right? They're taking a good night's sleep. When I go to sleep, they'll wake up, and they're going to do the same thing for you. It's a win-win situation for you and your partner. And let's talk about residual income. What's the residual income? That's what everybody wants, correct? Everybody knows about residual income, right? It doesn't matter you get sick, stay in a hospital. Doesn't matter you take a vacation, go travel somewhere, take some time off, or you watch a football, or drink a beer or two on a sofa, you still make money. That's what I want to do. That's what everybody can do with this company, because this company is actually a consumer-driven company. Now I'm going to say, we are not a business-driven company. That makes sense. A business that is not driven for business partners. But think about it. Before we are business partners, we all here as a consumer too. We all use these products. That's how we get talk to our people, right? To your members. So if you are successful with your consumers, if they like the products, they're going to keep on buying it. That's how we're going to get residual income. Yes, this is a global network marketing company with a binary system. This is just a two-leg system, left leg and a right leg. But let's compare our company to a different company, different network marketing company, and also any other company. Any other company or network marketing company, you have one sponsor, that top sponsor, or you have a CEO of that company. Who makes all the money? The CEO. But our company, we have a limit of how much you pay. So instead of going all those profits going to the CEO, that 1%, the 90% representing you, and me, anybody that didn't show up today, it's okay. They're going to share their money because we have a limited payment of how much we can make from this company. So what happens to the money? It does not go to the bottom. What does it do? If it doesn't get paid out, who gets it? It actually comes down to make a larger commission pool. So people like you and me can actually share more money. Does that make sense to you? Yes. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if, like our sponsor started about 6 years ago, making over $200,000, or like me, started about 2.5 years ago, making about $4,000 a month. Now, the best thing is, it doesn't really matter if you started a year later, or 3 years later, or 5 years later, or 10 years down the road, like your kids, or anybody else, your nephew or young niece. They're gonna make the same amount of money. That's why we have a limited payment. So instead of making a billionaire, 100 millions for one person, we're going to make every single one of us, they're doing Atomy or hard work. We're going to be millionaires, every single one of us. You think about $1 million a year is good enough for you? No? No? Okay. $1 million is not enough. Okay, I got you. Then let's find out how we're going to make that money. Now, before we get into how we make the money, we have to kind of find the structure of the prices and the PVs. Now, if you were here last 3 months ago, last Success Academy, my PowerPoint has not been changed. The only thing that's been changed is right here. How many people know as of April 16th, or the 26th, our PV, the point value, has been increased to 30%. Yes. Thank you to Dr. Lee, Mr. Chibon Kim, and our CEO Park, and all the Loyal Leaders Club, like our sponsors, upper management. In the United States, PV has been increased an average of 30%. That's a whole lot of money. And thank you so much for Director Yu to bring that to here in Atomy, America, because other countries don't have that much 30%. Thank you. So, for example, Essence eye creams and all that stuff used to be 5,000 PV. Now it's at 6,500. The Himohim, actually the price of that one box has been dropped. Instead of $159, now it's at $145. So think about all this company. This company, our company, Atomy, has done so much for us, for business partners, to get that money a little easier. Companies actually thinking about us. Excuse me. Now, in Atomy, there's 3 ways to make money. The very first one is the general commission. It's 44% of the whole accumulated PV. The second one is the Mastership bonus, 20% of those. The third one is the center education fee. The center education fee, I'm not going to go through that much because it's for the centers to educate people so they get a little bit of help to pay rents and everything for their office. The very first one is that you can make personal general commission. You have to understand of a personal PV. Personal PV will give you the qualification of what you can make, but does not give you an income. But the greatest thing is, it does not expire. Never, ever expires. So the very first level is the agent level. The second one is special agent at 700,000. The dealer is at 1.5. Exclusive distributor at 2.4 million points. Now, there is another set of the qualification. Now, this is more like a month-to-month qualification. So this one is takes a little longer to explain. So please, when you go back home, go back to your center, ask your sponsors to explain to you this. Now, I'm going to go talk to the General Commission. The very first thing that you do, your personal PV need to be at 300,000 PV. PV standing for point value. Like I said, it does not give you any income. It only give you the qualification. So how you make money? Now, there's a little other thing called group PV. Now, group PV is the total sum of your left and or to the right. But the thing is, it's unlimited levels at unlimited accumulation PV through the 11 different countries plus 4 other countries that you can join as a consumer members. Yes, your commission will be based on your smaller group PV, but after you get a check, your group PV will get reset to 0. But think about it, just like I said, it's globally achieved. Let's talk about that. 300,000 points as a personal PV. When you have 300,000 on both sides, you're going to make about plus minus $70. Now, the next level is at 700,000. But remember, about 2 minutes ago, I said it does not expire, right? So you do not need to get another 700,000 here. All you're doing is just adding another 400,000 to your personal PV because you need something because you use our products. We do, right? Everybody do? No? And the very next one is at 1.5. If your personal PV is at 1.5 and match at 1.5 on each day, you're going to get plus minus $280. The other great thing about this personal PV is at 2.4. Our qualification ends at 2.4. Once you have a 2.4, your qualification of how much you can make or how much you want to get to the next level, you are done. You are so ready. You can make $1 million. Nobody's happy with $1 million? Thank you. If you have a 2.4 million points as your personal points, and you reach 6 million on both sides, you get about $700. Next one is at 20 million at about $1,180. The last one, the 50 million points, it is the limit that I was talking about. Once you reach that, it is plus minus at $1,400 per day. It's not a per week. It's not a per month. It's not a per year. It's per day. Are you okay with that $1,400 per day? I usually skip this percentage thing, but look at the percentage on the top. It's at 100%. Look at the percentage at the bottom. It's at 10%. Even though you make more money, you take less the percentage of that profit, of the commissions. Why is that? Because company understand the people that is starting as of right now or started about a year or two, they're making only $70 a day or $70 per week or per month. They're the ones that needs money. If you make $1,400 a day, right, and you have a friend that is making about $70 a day, would you like to help your friend? Would you like to help your brother or sister or your mom? Yes. This is the concept. We, the company, liked to share the money with more people than just one, okay? Second, Mastership bonus. Very first one is a sales master, 20%. Out of that 20%, sales master gets 10%. The rest of the other 6 levels gets the other 10%. Same concept. The very bottom level will get more of the percentage of their money. So what is the sales master? It's so easy. Once you have a 700,000 PV as your personal account, oh, I forgot to say, we got 2 different challenges. Very first challenge, the first challenge every month is 1 through the 15th. The second challenge is 16th through the end of the month. During those periods, if you have 700,000 in your personal PV and accumulate 2.5 on both sides, you will become a sales master. And when you become a sales master, you get a one-time bonus of the skincare 6 set, box of Hem, and evening 4. But we got to talk about the Mastership bonus, which is about $450. Now, this is basically is every other week, every 2-week period. $450, maybe it's not enough, right? Right? Not yet. We haven't got to that part yet. But let's think about if you get to the Sales Master every 2 challenge. We talk about 2.5 million points, right? And I also said 300,000 points is representing about plus minus $70. So let's do a little math. If you have 300,000 points times 8, it becomes about 2.4. Yes? 300,000 points is about basically plus minus $70. Times 8, you get about plus minus $560 as a general commission. Now, if you get to that 2.5 million because you just added another 100,000 points in each side, you get a plus minus $450, equals about $1,000 every other week. If you do that on the second challenge, you get another $1,000. But $2,000, yes, you can get a job, pay you that $2,000. It's a job that you have to go to every day. But this money is a residual income. That means you don't have to go to work. How lovely is that? You don't have to go to work and you make money. Awful? Yes? It's a lovely concept. But we do not stop at $2,000. This is just the beginning of our company, just how you can make. Now, this one, it's the same thing. I left it as original as the last time. As a couple, if you use almost all the products from the Atomy, you get about 100,000 PV. You can generate about 100,000 PV every month. But we just increased it about 30%, right? So basically, we can get about 140,000 points per family. If you do, again, a little bit of a math. If you have about 20 families on both sides, you're going to have more than 2.5 million points. That is equaling about $1,000. If you have another 20 people on the other challenge, that's another $1,000. So basically, all you need is about 40 people on both sides. I know. I don't have 80 friends. I know. I don't have 80 friends. I used to before I did Atomy. I'm just kidding. But you might not know 80 people, but you know at least 2 people. That 2 people know at least 2 more people. So if you do another thing, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Do the math. I can do the math. I'm sorry. I lived in America too long. My math skill is gone. But think about it. That's only about, what, 6 steps? 6 days out of 7, out of a week. You have 128 people. Can you do that? Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. Because this is all about teamwork. If you have, like I said, if you know only 2 people, if it's not a teamwork, it stops at 2. Including you, it's 3. But with a teamwork, that team will bring you that 2, 4, 8, and 16, and many, many, many more people through not just the United States, but throughout the world. Trust me, Atomy is going to take over. Atomy is going to take over. Next level is the Diamond Master. When I become a sales master, I loved it when I become sales master. I loved it. So if you have that feeling, would you like to share that feeling with somebody else? Would you like to share that with your members? So you just help them to become a sales master. Same thing. Because I like enjoying making money. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people get guilty of it, but do not be guilty about making money. When you have 2 sales masters on both sides in the challenge, you become a Diamond Master. When you become a Diamond Master, you get the same thing, the Skin 6 set, the Evening 4 set, the Boxer Hammer M, and a lovely laptop. Trust me, that lovely laptop was awesome when I got it. And plus your Mastership bonus is that goes up to about plus minus $700. Next one, Sharon Rose Master, same concept. When you become a Diamond Master, you want them to become a Diamond Master too, right? When you reach that 2 Diamond Masters are on both sides, you become a Sharon Rose Master. Now they don't give you the products. You make enough money, you can buy your own stuff. But they will help you a little bit, giving you $2,000 cash, plus a travel ticket for 2. Not bad, right? Now, once I become a Sharon Rose Master, I will tell you about the Mastership bonus. I think it's about plus or minus $1,500, but it's about there. I don't know yet. But Star Master. When you have 2 Sharon Rose Masters on both sides, you become a Star Master. And instead of $2,000, you get $10,000 as a bonus, and plus the travel tickets. Royal Master now is at $10,000, a car, and a travel ticket. Now the company start giving you a debit card of $2,000 for your business expenses. How lovely is that? It's top of whatever you make as a general commission or mastership bonus. Next one, Crown Master. Now the cash bonus is at $300,000, a better car, better travel, and $5,000 a debit card per month. And this is what we want to get to, Imperial Master. Woohoo! Right? This is the first time you will get $1 million as a cash bonus when you become an Imperial Master. When you become an Imperial Master, you will get an office. Well, actually, the company will pay for the office, a personal assistant because they got you the office. They'll get you a better car because you got a car. Now they're going to pay for your driver. Wow, right? And travel tickets. And plus $10,000 a debit card per month. This is my wife promised me. You cannot have no money because they're coming from Atomy except that $10,000 credit card. I'm reaching for that because I want that $10,000 card every month. Is it possible? Is it possible though? It is possible. You saw Sharon Rose, our song came up here, is giving a speech. She told herself that you're going to do it in 2 years, and she reached it 3 months, making that $2,000. We have a Jason Shim, first Star Master, sitting right over there, making over $200,000 because he's in a Royal Leaders Club. So it is very, very reachable. Everybody can do this. So as of right now, as actually February of 2017, we have 400 people in Leaders Club. They're the people that's making over $100,000 per year. On top of that, we have 130 people making over $200,000 as a Loyal Leaders Club. Do you want to become one of those? Do you want to become one of those? Because I'd like to become a Loyal Leader Master. I'd like to retire in about 3 years when I'm at 45. And this is a little breakdown of how much you can make as a mastership bonus. But this is just a number. It's just a number. The question is, how fast, how hard you're going to get to it? That's the only question. I want to get to that $50,000 within 3 years. Is it going to be reachable? I don't know. But I'm going to work very, very hard to get to that $50,000. Can you do that with me? Can you do that with your sponsor? Yes! Only thing that you have to do is use our product. That's the only thing you have to do. Our product, with absolute quality, absolute price products, you will get healthy. That's the only thing. No. I am still going to look pretty. Yes, I'm going to look beautiful. Do you want to look pretty? Do you want to look beautiful and healthy? That's what we're going to do. And the rest of them, the company is going to take care of for you. Because just like they did it last month, increasing that 30% of their PV, the company will automatically take care of us. Now, then Atomy, is that our future? Is that future they're talking about is including Atomy? Yes, because my future is Atomy, and Atomy will be in my future. Thank you so much.